and gentlemen, the time is officially here. The interior finisher build is back in NBA 2K25, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how to make this build. Now, I know exactly how it is. When you click on a build videos be taking a very long time, and I'm not even going to do that to y'all. I'm going to get straight up into the build, and I'm going to show you guys how to make what I call the interior finisher, aka the Dunkin' Demon. Now, this build right here is for those of you guys out there who are just bored of the game, or you want to have a build that can give you a little bit of fun. This build will work for Park, the stage, Pro Aim, Rec, or whatever you want to play. This build will work and you will win your games. But hear me out. All I ask for y'all to do is like this video, and please watch this entire video so you do not mess up when making this build, because look, VC is very expensive and I don't want to have y'all out here wasting your money on a messed up build. So make sure you follow along so you can make the correct build in this video. The first screen you guys can see, it says create your own. First, last name. It honestly doesn't even matter what you do, but y'all can read it. Subscribe to look. Hey, if y'all are not subscribed, click that subscribe button, as we are on this road to 500,000 subscribers. Now, for the handiness on this build, it honestly doesn't matter what you do, because we're not going to be making a build that's going to be shooting, so handiness really doesn't matter. So go ahead and do what you're comfortable with. Me, I am a right hand in real life, and that's what I always do on all of my builds on 2K. For the jersey number, it really doesn't matter what you do. You can put this to anything you want, but I'm going jersey number 1. But now it's time to actually make the build, and I say this every time I'm showing you guys how to make a build. Please watch the entire thing and do not skip ahead. And if you skip ahead, you're probably going to miss out on something that I said, and you're going to mess up the build. And VC costs a lot of money nowadays, so I don't want to be out here making you guys waste your money. So just please follow along so you do not waste your VC on your build. Now, for the position on this build, we're not going to be going with a point guard, a shooting guard, a small forward. We are going to be going with a power forward so we can make the interior finisher that was so dominant. Now, for the height on this build, when it comes to a build that wants to dunk, that's like an interior finisher, most of the animations are between 6'8" to 6'9", and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing on this build. For the height on this build, you want to leave it at a 6'9" build. Now, when it comes to the weight on this build, a lot of people be maxing their weight when they're trying to make a build that can dunk to get the most strength possible, but honestly, that does not help it. It's not the best solution that you can do, and the most important thing you do not want to do when making a build that's dunking, you do not want to put your weight all the way down to 210 pounds. For the weight on this build, if you guys watch me in 2K20, my interior finisher was 245 pounds, and you can see this year, if you have 245 pounds, you don't miss out on any of the stats on this build. So for the weight, you want to go down to 245 pounds. For the wingspan, it's pretty self-explanatory. You want to have the longest arms possible to a 7'5", and that way you can reach over your opponent and dunk the ball. And you can see right there, we get +4 to our driving dunk, and a lot of our stats go up, including our strength may be dropping down, but at the end of the day, we get a possibility to get a 99 driving dunk. So that's what you want to do for the wingspan. Once you got all these stats copied down, go ahead and click continue. All right, so now we're actually into the attributes of the build, and what we're going to be doing on our build is going category by category. So for your close shot, this is the most explanatory thing. When dunking, laying the ball up, you need a close shot for some of the animations. So right here to an 87 close shot, and you can see you're going to unlock flow game on gold and paint prodigy on silver. So now on to the next attribute is the driving layup. This is also self-explanatory. I mean, we want a build that can finish very good and consistent at the rim. So our driving layup for most of the animations, and just good animations when not getting a dunk, our driving layup, we're going to put that up to a 90. Now hear me out when I say this. If you have cap breakers, you only want to upgrade your driving dunk to a 95. And if you do not have cap breakers, I'm not gonna lie, you want to mess around with this build and put the driving dunk to a 99. But if you're like me and you have cap breakers, I'm gonna show you guys how to do it with the cap breakers. I mean, I don't have a lot of cap breakers. I only got like 4. So what I do on my build is go with a 95 driving dunk, and you can see right there we unlock posterizer on silver. Now I know you may be asking yourself, look, I thought we're gonna be making an interior finisher that can dunk on people. Trust me, we will get to that. Once we upgrade everything else, the posterizer will go up by itself. So for now, leave your driving dunk at a 95 if you have cap breakers, and if you don't, just mess around with the build, go for like a 99 driving dunk and just tweak the layup and stuff like that. But now for the standing dunk, since we want to try to get the interior finisher build name, our standing dunk, we're gonna put this up to an 80. And of course, the post control, you guys can change this if you guys want, but me, when I want a build that's just a dunking build, I like to have a little bit of post control, because you can see you get the post up post, unpluckable, and hook specialist, and this is gonna play big tributes to when it's actually time to like run baseline, just post up and get open and get the dunk on the 1v1 court or the 2v2s. Trust me, the post control is very important on this build. Now I know a lot of you guys are going to critique me for this, but the shooting category, I'm going to be honest, we're not really upgrading much on this build. We're just going to put the caps that we have to a 41 3-point. Yes, you can change this to a mid-range, but I'm showing you guys exactly how I made my build, and that's the only thing you're going to want to touch on the shooting category besides your free throw, to a 50. Now like I said, if you don't like this build, you don't have to do it. Trust me, I don't like builds that can't shoot. I made this build for fun and just for the content, but trust me, this build has been actually making the game fun for me. It's been dominating. So stuff like that is what I like to do on 2K, is just dunk the ball. So for the pass accuracy, we're just going to go with a 65 pass accuracy. And at the end of the day, we're playing the power forward. We're not really a point guard or anything, so we're not going to be really passing the ball like that much anyways. And most importantly, this build I made for the 1v1 course. So I played twos with it, and I passed the ball perfectly fine with a 65 pass act. But with the 65 pass act, you get break starter on bronze and dimer on bronze. Now moving on to the ball handle. This year, when making interior finisher, your build can actually dribble. So your ball handle, you're going to want to put that up to an 80. And you can see you unlock ankle assassin, handles for days on bronze. And then of course, the unpluckable is still at silver. And then of course, the speed with ball, the last playmaking category, you're going to want to max this. And that's going to allow you to unlock lightning launch on bronze. Now, yes, this is not a playmaking build that can just become an overall demigod. But look, I mean, the playmaking category with the finishing, it just gets you so much animations. And you guys seen the video that I uploaded last week, bro. It is completely overpowered. But now we are on into the defensive category. And I know a lot of you guys are going to critique this as well. But listen, hear me out. This is not by far the best build in the game. Yes, it has some of the things that make it unstoppable. But nowadays with the builder and how it is, in order to actually make an unstoppable build, you got to sacrifice some stuff. And that's why I did it with the shooting. But for the interior defense on this build, you're going to want to go up with a 76 interior. And that's going to get you off ball pest on silver. And then for the perimeter defense, you're going to want to do the same thing and just go up right here to a 76. And you can see your challenger is now on bronze. Then of course for the steal is an overrated thing. For some reason with a low steal, I still get steals. It's just the steal mechanic in this game. The bump steals and everything are so broken that I don't even ever upgrade steal, and I still get a steal. So I just tick this down to a 46 right here. And then for the block, I mean, come on, you guys already know we have to upgrade this. The paint defense in this game is broken. The dunk meter is broken. The dunks are broken. So put this up on your block to a 74, and you will get paint patroller on bronze, high flyer, denier on bronze. And now we're on to the offensive and defensive rebounding category. And yeah, I know a lot of you guys are gonna hate to hear this, but listen, my thought process when making this build is for the 1v1 court, the pro aim, and even the rec. Okay, when I'm playing with randoms and stuff like that, I'm not going to be at the center position on this build unless I'm playing the twos. If I'm playing the rec, I'll probably be at like the 3, maybe the 4. Now for the defensive rebounding, hear me out. Okay, when I made this build, I did not have the thought process to just sit here and play the 2s, the 3s, and everything like that. But after testing it with this build, I can honestly say what I did for the defensive rebounding actually pays its dues, and it works. Okay, when I play rec and pro aim, I'm not at the 5. Usually I play between the 3 and 4, and it's been working. The 1v1 court with this build, it works. Okay, I've been literally going on streaks. I haven't played 2K much, but when I do, this build right here actually helps me win. So for the defensive category, we're going with a right here to an 80 defensive rebound. We get pogo stick on bronze, and rebound chaser goes up to silver. But now on into the physicals, we're going to be putting our speed up right here to a 75, and then we're just going to speed through this. Our agility, we're going to put this up to a 73. That way we're not just running out of stamina when dribbling with our playmaking on our build. And then for the strength, this is where I told you guys that most badges are going to be upgraded on this build. And of course, we're making a build that is going to be dunking. So for our strength, we're going to put this all the way up right here to a 90. And you can see our badges just went up. We got box out beast on silver, physical finisher on gold, strong handles on Hall of Fame, brick wall on silver, and movable enforcer on silver. Post lockdown is now on bronze, and post powerhouse is now gold. Now, even though the strength is important for when it comes to dunking, the most important thing about dunking is your vertical. If you do not have a vertical, you will not be getting any animations, any contact dunk animations. So for your vertical, go ahead and put this up right here to an 88. And ladies and gentlemen, this right here is the interior finisher build. Now, the moment of truth, okay? I'm gonna let you guys know, yes, I've tried everything to get the interior finisher build. I mean, I copied my exact 2K20 build. Unfortunately, I don't think the interior finisher build name is available in NBA 2K25, but this build right here is called a rim attacker. Now, honestly, I'm not even trolling. I cannot get the interior finisher build name. I can get the interior force, but that's not an interior finisher. The rim attacker build is really not a bad build name. But now I'm going to show you guys how this build looks when it's actually upgraded. And on top of that, I'm going to show you guys the animations that you guys want to use so you can get contact dunks and have the best dunk packages in the game. So ladies and gentlemen, here is what I have on my build upgraded. Right now, I am a 93 overall. And look, like I said, I've been going crazy on win streaks. And trust me, this build right here has been upgraded. And it's not even a 99 overall. And I have not lost a single game on it. Now you can see I have cap breakers on this build. I have my cap breakers boosting my driving dunk from a 95 up to a 99. And then of course my vertical from an 88 all the way up to an 89. And that right there is exactly how I get my build to have what it has. But now for the animations and everything like that, for those of you guys who have been spamming me for the dunk packages, the build, I got you guys. This video is strictly for you guys. So look, if you're coming across this build and you guys are like, bro, what is this build? This is for the supporters that actually understand the interior finisher from 2K20. It's a big part of my channel, and that's exactly why I'm making it again. But here's all the dribble moves that I use on the build. Step back and everything like that is right here. You guys can pause the video and copy these down for yourself. But now for the most important thing is my dunk style. You guys have been spamming me for the animation, so here you guys go. For the contact dunks, I got pro and elite contact dunks. For the 2 foot, the 1 foot, I got pro contact dunks. And then of course standing dunks, I mean, I might as well equip some of these while I'm here. I'm just gonna put this one on, and that is exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna equip that now. And then of course for the signature dunks, I have Clyde Drexler. You guys can see I also have Russell Westbrook, Ja Morant, Michael Jordan. This right here, animation wise, this is crazy. I be getting so much times where I just dunk over my opponent and jump over him and the contact dunk animation. So the Michael Jordan dunk package is right there. And then of course we got Vince Carter doing his little 360 flashy dunks like that, and none of these really ever get blocked. And then of course the Tracy McGrady dunk package from season 6. This has been very efficient. I've been getting the one-hand slam on him. And then of course also I got Glenn Robertson III. Now for those of you guys who played 2K20, you guys can see the Dominic Wilkins is also here, but for some reason I did not equip this. I don't know why, but that cockback little spin with the hands, it just gets blocked. So that's why I removed this out. But look, if you guys want more flashy dunks, you guys can also equip this right here. Feel free to, but this right here is the interior finisher build, and I hope you guys enjoyed. But ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. If this video did help you guys and you guys missed the interior finisher, please be sure to like this video and subscribe and turn on the post notifications. Now like I said in the intro, this build is strictly for fun and contact dunks and just making a lot of fun while playing 2K25, because we know how boring it actually is when playing. But without further ado, look, I'm about to lock in, about to start uploading every 4 days again. I'm about to get in my bag. Summer is right around the corner, so I hope you guys have a good day. God bless you all, and it's been your boy LxckTV, y'all. And guess what, man, I'm fucking back and it feels great. But I'm gonna catch y'all boys in the next one, y'all. Let's go.